Once again, it's on. Scott Magno, DJ Madflip here, and we are at Pioneer with DVDJ Unique, our homeboy, right in there. Talk about the new controller from Pioneer. Long-awaited, salivated, generated. Take it away, man. Tell us all about it, brother.
Cool, man. Well, first thing is this is the DDJ-S1. It's the Pioneer and Serato itch controller. It's a dope piece, man. It does a lot of stuff. I could be here for hours talking about it, but I'm going to basically go over some of the key features of it. And first thing is, at a glance, you'll notice that it's got 2 decks and a built-in mixer all in one unit. As far as the actual layout, if you notice, the first thing is it's got feet underneath and then a hollow space underneath. That's so that you can slide your laptop right underneath it and get away from using up all that real estate on your table. That way, you can just slide your computer right underneath. All you got is your screen and then your deck. Everything in Serato Itch is you're able to control it from the surface of the DDJ-S1. So first thing I'll go over is the decks. You got 2 decks, 1 for each side, obviously A and B. And first thing you'll notice is we traditionally only have 3 banks of hot cues. Well, here we put 5 because that's what Serato has, is 5. So we got 5 on each side. And obviously your traditional record, erase functions and so on. We have our traditional loop in, loop out, exit loop. And we also have the loop roll, which is really popular with the Serato units. So you just, you set a loop, and then once it's set, you rotate to the left, you do your build up, or you extend it however you want, and then you just loop out. Some other really cool features is it actually has a shift button. So each of the buttons on here actually do 2 functions. So if you really want to get in depth for the more advanced DJ, you got your shift button. You can do instant recording of your set. You can go all throughout your entire crates and everything, all from the surface of the player. The way you find your tracks is you turn this knob up here, and you're going through your music. You press the crate button, you're over at your crates, over to your files. You search through all your hard drives and so on. You can actually add to your prepare list, delete from your prepare list, all kinds of stuff. One of the key features of it is it's got 2 microphone inputs. The first one is a 1/4 inch and XLR combo, and it's got 3 banks of EQs with the obviously your level. It's got an on and off and a talk over, and that's all located on the top of the first deck. Then the second one is as for the second microphone, but it's also an auxiliary in. So the auxiliary in is, again, it's got 3 banks of EQs, it's got your gain, and it's got on, off, and talk over. What's great about it is that not only can you use it as a microphone, but again, it's also an auxiliary in. The unit is not dependent on the computer itself. So if the computer crashes for some reason or another, like you don't clean up your stuff or you're going to sites you shouldn't be, whatever the case is, you can plug something into auxiliary, throw a little iPod or something underneath it, and you got your line in there, and it still will keep functioning as well as your microphone. You can still talk over and do everything you got to do. Again, the crossfader, you got your traditional stuff, your fader starts. You can actually crossfader reverse the fader. It's got your 3 crossfader curves, 3 band EQ obviously for each channel, your gains, and then like I said, if you hold the shift key down, you can do like your recording of your set instantly on the fly. One of the main features that I was really impressed about is with Serato Itch, you can analyze your tracks and then set up grids. So what we did was with this is you have a sync mode. For the DJ that maybe isn't as great at beat mixing, we have a sync feature. Once your tracks are analyzed, you press the sync button, and when you press play, it automatically jumps to that grid, making your mix absolutely perfect each time. If for some reason it analyzes incorrectly, in Serato, let's say it's a transition track or something like that, and you want to perfect the grid on it, you can do it just by the surface of the platter. You don't have to pull your laptop out or anything.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's actually really impressive. The last thing I want to go over is the needle search. The needle search is something that we put on the CDJ-2000, but we also put it on the S1 controller. What the needle search is this represents the entire length of the track. So depending on where you touch it, it's going to jump to that portion of the song. So then, what's great is after you select the part of your song that you want, and you want to, let's say, search for a specific track, it becomes an alphabet search. So you hold down the shift key and you move your finger along, and on the screen you have an alphabet that shows up on the top. So that it'll drop wherever you want. It'll drop wherever you want for whatever letter, and then it'll obviously sort your crate against that letter. So that's the basic features of the unit. I mean, it does it does a bunch of other stuff, but I mean, that's it. That's the DJ. Oh, one more thing I do want to go over. I'm sorry. You got 2 banks of EQs, 1 for each side. So you have a FX channel select. So let's say A. you select the effect that you want. So let's say you want to do a flange or a phaser. Next one is your parameter, and then it's the wet and dry. And then as soon as you're done, you just turn it on by the on and off switch, and now you're affecting that channel here, and then you'll be affecting that channel on that side. So instead of having like the EFX processor or DJM800 where you have, you know, your effects on the bottom, now you have one for each side.
Right.
So it's really dope.
So you can actually have two effects set up, ready to go, instead of having to scroll through, mix in, go through the same.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yep, you can have two effects on each side, and then by just changing the FX channel select, you can just switch through your effects. It's really deep. It's really dope.
It's awesome.
Really dope. Cool, man. Well, enjoy.
DDJ Unique. You know what? We've been waiting for this. We can't wait to get on it. DDJ-S1 Controller from Pioneer. And it has everything that you need. It makes you quicker, makes you faster, more efficient. It might make you get better looking. Who knows? Pioneer, that's what they do. Listen, thanks a lot. DDJ Unique. Be you, be unique at uniquesquare.com.